All right, we are continuing back with Breaking Bad with the next episode of season 4. First episode was incredible. I would say it's a really it sets the tone really well for this season, right? It is a season starter as I would say. But yeah, Gus kind of showing full control, full authority when it comes to the situation in the lab, and once again reminding us, the audience, like who's really in charge here. But that's the fun of it though, like who's really in charge here, like that's always been the struggle of the power dynamic on who controls who and who has the upper edge on one another. That's the fun of Breaking Bad. And yeah, I'm super excited, super stoked to continue with this season. Should be a lot of consequences, I must say, because we are in the second to last season of Breaking Bad. There's a lot of action going on in the past 3 seasons, but there should also be a lot of consequences for those actions. Mostly directed to Walter, because as far as we are concerned, Walter has been pretty safe lately. Obviously, everybody else surrounding Walter has been getting the other end of the stick, but it's more like, they're the ones who are getting picked on. Walter's the one who's safe. Even though that's kind of the point, but still though, like direct consequences, not indirect consequences. But regardless of any of that, super excited to continue on and to see and watch this episode. If you do enjoy it, hit the like, subscribe, share the video. Early access and full uncut reactions are available in the description below, but there is also an alternative free timer-based reaction in the description as well, where you do have to get your own copy and sync it up with the timer. Alright, without any further ado, let us continue on with Breaking Bad.
So? How's it look?
Oh, it's a mirror.
Yes.
Or, yeah.
Do you see?
And who is this? When did he... Okay.
Got a concealed hammer so it doesn't catch on your belt when you draw. Tried and true. No nonsense about it.
Breaking Bad and its media res openings.
Either way, you're going to want to practice your draw.
Yeah, that was a bit slow.
Well, that there is why you're going to pay me 5 times what you'd pay your neighborhood gun store.
Serial number has been filed off.
Ah. So nobody can track you. I think.
I don't want to be caught with this on me.
No, sir, to state the obvious, you don't.
Right. As long as they don't find the gun. Obviously, they can track the registry of the gun, but if the gun's registry is, like, gone, then yeah, okay. I don't understand American gun laws. Just to put it out there, all right?
Man steps to you bent on doing you bodily harm, you got every right to plant your feet and shoot to kill. Some call it a moral right, and I do include myself within that class.
I must say that the direction feels a bit different here. I don't know, maybe it's just because I haven't seen Breaking Bad in quite a while, but the last time I watched episode 1 of season 4 was more than a month ago.
Defense.
Self-defense, eh? Ooh, what a shot. Mike feels a bit distraught after what happened, with Gus the last time. Bloodstains? Yeah. A lot of it. I love how much we were staying on that shot, though. That was intentional and really sets the mood. Jesse using all of that money. Who's knocking on the door? Jesse, snap out of it.
Whoa! Bodacious subwoofers, yo! Serious cannon.
I just wanna stare at him.
Well, I mean, that is exactly what Jesse was doing.
Hey man, I saw Andrea at a meeting yesterday. She asked about you.
Oh, you see how cold Jesse is?
Just a little bump. Left for dead, yo. The way them bitches get all cranial when you cap them in the head, it's like, booyah!
Love that cut.
Resident Evil 4 takes it by a long shot.
Please, brother, you front.
No, man, seriously. That chick, the one you gotta rescue, she's smoking, bro.
Ashley?
Okay, Call of Duty, World at War, zombie mode. Now that's the bomb, man.
That's a classic.
At least the zombies in Left 4 Dead clock a respectable 40. You gotta lead them and shit.
Dude, that's because they're not even zombies. They're just infected.
They're not zombies, they're infected. I was not expecting the two of them to be talking about Left 4 Dead and Resident Evil 4, but here we are.
You know what this place needs?
Nice cut. Oh, that edit was great. This entire sequence is well edited. I would imagine that is how it feels like for them because, you know. Oh, that hard cut was really good. Oh wow, what a callback to like episode 1. Ooh, look at this shot. The direction in this episode has been really, really good so far, folks. That's like, yeah.
Looks like you're looking at a rock.
It's not a rock. This is a mineral for like the 10th time.
Last I counted, Marie, there are 4 bedrooms in this house.
But it just goes to show that Marie wants to be with you, Hank. You know, like, no matter what. Stay strong, Marie. Stay strong. Oh, that shot, though. The apple and the bullets. Knowledge and death, huh?
Second order of business is the car wash. It's time to take the next step here.
Well, shit.
What are you thinking, leaving a message like that on my machine? We should not even be mentioning the words car wash on the phone at all, period.
Walter is kind of talking about it, you know.
I am more than happy to call Goodman myself.
Hey, no. I will handle it, okay?
Will you, though? Nice to put the camera on. I don't know what that's called. It's not a Roomba, is it? This is a fun perspective, though, I will say. Hey.
Get everybody some breakfast, stock up on liquor while you're at it. Keep this party going.
I mean it, yo.
You're gonna lose that money fast, Jesse. You know? Oh, this shot, though. There's so many good shots in this episode. Whomst? Wait, who is this? Yeah. New security?
Give it a second wave, if you would, please.
New policy.
Oh, the ominous music.
The way we left things, I would like the chance to clear the air.
That little smirk from Mike.
Walter, you're never gonna see him again.
Yeah. I mean, Gus is smart. Of course he knows that, you know, gotta put distance between them. Oh, I gotta need you know, I shouldn't be scratching this.
Way to go, Hank. Come on, way to soldier up.
Let's go. Painful steps, but gotta keep going, man.
Hell yeah.
Very nice.
Let's go. Come on, Hank. Yeah. Love to see it. Love to see it.
I was thinking about cooking tonight. So
All right. Get out.
Yeah. This is the problem. Stay strong, Marie. Stay strong.
Yo, what's up with the pie, man? It ain't cut.
Yeah, right. That's the gimmick.
You got, yeah.
Oh, this is awkward. Oh. All right, let's see how this goes.
So, how you doing?
I'm dealing. Brock, honey, wait in the car, okay? Let the grown-ups speak.
Go on, little man. We'll catch up later.
Oh, Brock really wanted to meet Jesse there.
After Tomas was murdered, 2 dudes from the block, couple bangers he used to hang with, get run over. One of them shot in the head. Same night, I get this in my mailbox.
Okay. Love that he cannot say it.
Used to get you and Brock out of that shithole of a neighborhood. Or you can go out and spin it on glass and I'd have no way of stopping you.
Wow. Giving her the freedom to do whatever she wants. The freedom that he does not have. Ah, Brock. Man, Jesse and kids are some of the sweetest moments in this entire show. Like, Jesse always has. It's just his personality, you know, like, you can definitely tell. I mean, I've talked and discussed about this long before, but it's how he sees himself in those kids, and he doesn't want those kids to end up being like him. It's admirable. Is this a good idea, Walt? Is this a good idea? There's the hat. Gonna become Heisenberg just for a bit. Oh! Oh, the change in music. I feel like someone is going to stop him. Like, Mike is gonna be here already, you know, like, Mike did say, you know, like, Walter, you're never gonna see Gus again. Yeah. A call to stop him. It's gonna be Gus.
Walter.
Yeah. Oh, this shot, though. Walter in the middle of the cross. Oh. Beautiful.
Ton of bricks.
Rocks.
Rocks to make Hank feel safe and healthy for some reason. Like, it's never gonna work.
The rocks, Hank.
No, they're minerals. Jesus, Marie, I got some geodes coming that are very delicate, all right? Just check, please.
Man, I gotta say, this episode direction has been stellar so far.
Well, let's try 879,000.
Where do you come up with this number? You pull it from your behind?
Man, yo.
You average 19 cars per hour. Extrapolating, I added the extra revenues for hand waxes and detailing.
Ah, shit, here we go. She was working hard on this.
Walter White wants to buy my car wash. The price he pays is $20 million. Now please leave.
Oh, Skylar. Oh, jeez.
Have you recently lost a loved one in an aviation disaster?
You know, I will say, Saul's advertisements seem like there's a added budget to it, just a bit. Especially from the last time we saw it. Oh, yes. What a shot. Gonna talk about that phone call.
Can I buy you a drink?
Why not? You make a hell of a lot more than I do.
True. Oh, this should be interesting.
I appreciate that when you were going to kill me, you were simply following orders. I get that completely.
I wonder if Walter's going to try to get Mike on his side. I mean, obviously he is trying to do that. But what I mean is, like, change Mike's loyalty from Gus to Walter. It's gonna be a hard thing to do, but, you know, he'll get a powerful ally if he does.
Makes a man wonder exactly where he stands.
Using the fact that Gus will kill anybody,
Not
whoever
after
it
what happened to
is.
Victor.
Yep.
So, what's with the piece? Right hip inside your waistband?
Mike immediately sees it.
He cuts a man's throat just to send a message.
You won, Walter. You got the job.
Yeah.
Just get me in a room, and I'll do the rest.
You done?
Oh, the intensity in this dialogue. And it's so calm as well, but that's like the point, right? Never mind. Never mind.
Thanks for the drink.
Great low angle shot there.
Jesse, I've been awake for like 3 straight days. I think I got like this cat. I think I'm like supposed to feed it.
That cat is starving for 3 days, bro. Jeez.
I was thinking like next week.
Yeah, sure, man. Next week.
Man.
Cool.
Jesse's complete loneliness and he's just seeking attention, and he is just seeking other people, which is why he wants to party for longer. He wants his friends to, to stay in his house, but alone again. Oh, we've seen a shot like this, similar, before, but at the time the house was completely empty. All right, time to stare at the lights, be hypnotized by it. Oh man, he is hurting himself. I mean, cranking up the volume and then just sitting right beside the subwoofer, the speakers, like, yeah, he's... Oh, what an end to an episode. Oh, that was a really well-directed episode, I would say, like, from, like, the the visuals, the cinematography, the editing, like, everything has been really, really great this episode, like, well above the average, I would say. I really enjoyed how Walter is trying to, basically trying to save himself, right? Obviously, that's, a certainty, right? Because everybody else around him are people who have every opportunity and every reason to get rid of him. And it's the situation where obviously they need him. And as Mike said in this episode, right, Walter, you won. Just learn to accept yes. That is not Walter White, though. That is the flaw of Walter as a character. He's not gonna say yes. He's not going to accept that. No, he needs more, despite the fact that he has won the current battle. No, he wants to take over. As long as these people, Gus, Mike, and a lot of others, as long as these people are still alive and they are still able to get into close proximity to Walter, then Walter's life and his family's are not safe. It's always in danger. It's pretty reasonable why Walter is, trying to act the way he was in this episode. But of course, naturally, once again, just like in episode 1, it's like, oh, I hate to say this, but it's like a dog getting, getting tamed by their master, right? It's like, no, bad. We are your master. We control you. You belong to us. And we already gave you life. We gave you reason to live. We didn't kill you. Why can't you accept that? Why can't you just walk away? You already got the money, you got the job. But it's that disrespect, right? It's that disrespect that Walter got that is driving him even further to this point. So on one hand, there is this level of, I do root for Walter in terms of like getting the upper hand, because that is a very easy thing to get behind with, especially for Walter. I mean, yeah, Walter's reasoning is something that we can also get behind with, and that is to, you know, to save his family. It's always been the case since the first episode of season 1, but now it's a matter of, okay, we're playing with fire here. We are playing with the devil. You know what I mean? Like, Gus is the devil. I mean, going back to the allegory of Walter coming down the laboratory, and that can symbolize hell in terms of like the color scheme and everything. But yeah, like, you made a deal with the devil. The devil gave you your wish. Don't come after him, you know? And that is exactly what Walter is doing, and I'm kind of scared for him. But then again, he has protagonist powers, so we know for a fact that Walter's gonna be fine up until like perhaps the final episode. That's when, you know, the safety goggles are off and anything can go. But yeah, it was fun and interesting because this episode also gives us I guess planting ideas of what can happen in the future, especially when it comes to Mike. I was about to say Hank, but when it comes to Mike, right? Walter, whatever Walter said in the bar sequence, he's not wrong, right? Mike showed fear in the first episode of season 4, right? When Gus killed Victor, Mike showed fear. Mike even pulled out his gun. He was like, "What the fuck?" And that is like the one thing. That is the one thing that Walter has up his sleeve, right? It is to convince Mike, and that is the only way that he can convince Mike. And that is the fact that Gus only works for himself. Everybody else who is working for Gus is not safe. Even Mike. Mike, of course, his loyalty is, I would say, strong, but definitely a bit shaken, I will say. You may think that Mike is unshaken in this episode, but no, there are clear signs, there are clear showings of him, both even in his acting, you know, as when Walter was like talking to him, like little bits of subtleties in his like mouth movements and his eyes, like you can psychoanalyze it even further, but I do firmly believe that Mike was thinking about it, you know, like he was thinking of like, Walter has a point. Having said that, Gus is still more powerful than Walter, so why do I have to change sides? You know, like, this is not the correct time to do so. And I feel like that is what Mike is thinking. It's all about timing. Right now, Walter has a point, but Walter does not have the upper hand. He is still the inferior, as opposed to Gus, who is the superior. So obviously, Mike is still going to be with Gus. But until Gus's reign or his control is shaken completely to its core, right? Where I guess his empire starts to crumble. That's, I feel like, is when Mike will start to feel, actually, you know what? I want to live. Let's change sides. I'm gonna switch sides to the, you know, to the victor, because keep in mind, Mike's loyalty to Gus is similar to as I just said, you know, like Mike is, while he is loyal to Gus, Mike is still loyal to himself first and foremost. You know, Gus is just the person that is paying him the most. Gus is just the person who is giving Mike a purpose, if you will. But if somebody can give him a better purpose, if somebody can give him a better job, if you will, again, it's going to be really hard to convince Mike, but I feel like Mike is going to be the type of character that at the end of the day will choose the option that will give him the likeliest outcome of living. Because let us not forget, Mike has a child, right? He has a I'm forgetting if it's a daughter or a son, but either way, he has a child, right? And that is going to be like the main I would say the main catalyst, the main emotional anchor for Mike, because if anything happens to them, it's going to change Mike's like overall opinion and his actions in regards to Walter and Gus. You know, like whoever gets control of Mike's child gets control of Mike, and I think that is his one true weakness above everything else. You know. But moving on a bit from Mike, we go to Jesse just for a bit, because I did mention this towards the very end of the episode. I just want to further discuss it, because Jesse, throughout this entire episode, is just lonely. He is just lonely and miserable, and he just wants somebody to be with him, right? He has no friends. Even the friends that he does have does not feel like his friends anymore. True friends, I would say. You know, it's hard to say, but the fact that Jesse felt, you know, like when Skinny Pete and Badger was like, "Hey man, we're tired of shit, yo. Can we go home?" And then they left Jesse, and Jesse suddenly just feels, shit, man, I'm all alone, and he's just cranking up the volume and just hurting himself, right? Just sitting there, the ringing of the volume and everything, just trying to block noise, if you will, trying to block the world just so that he can be by himself. And you can see from Aaron Paul's acting, the way he's just really, really on the verge of tears in the final shot of this episode. Phenomenal. And it just goes to show like how much trauma that Jesse is currently enduring after the fact that he killed Gale. That's just, yeah. I mean, I talked about it before, right? During those episodes in terms of like the consequences and the effects that specific moment will have on Jesse. But here we're seeing it in full display. You know, like he wants to forget about it. Nothing works for him. It's a guilt that he will always live through. Like you cannot escape this. Jesse's way of escapism fails miserably, I will say. But it's that moment when Jesse meets Andrea once again, and to me that scene was like, again, a revisit of Jesse's actual humanity, you know, his actual human side, his real side, his positive side. Because not wanting to have any connections with Andrea again, basically him learning from his mistake of hanging out with Jane, right? Because, you know, that was tragic, and just doesn't want that to happen to another person again. So it's also heartbreaking because it's clear that these two kind of have chemistry, right? When they first met, and even her son really loves Jesse, but Jesse can't really do anything about it because otherwise their lives may be in danger as well. So he does what he can only do. Give them money and tell them to leave. Do whatever they want. He gave them freedom. Something that Jesse does not have right now. Because Jesse, he is not a free man, right? He is working under Walter, and even his life is in mortal, you know, danger. And the fact that he is living guilty throughout this entire time, especially what happened to Gil, as I said, like, this is not a free man. This is a man that is always being watched, being haunted, and it sucks. It sucks to see him in this light, because it's just sad. You know, lastly, we'll talk a bit about Hank. I don't think there's much for me to say in regards to him, because a lot of the things that are happening in this episode and the things surrounding Hank's current situation, I've talked about that multiple times already before. But it, you know, just seeing Hank still in this position, still in this act of disregarding Marie, still kind of infatuated by the minerals. They're not rocks, they're minerals, and it's said that they can heal me, and they have abilities and such, and it just, no, that's not going to work. Hank is clinging on to false hope, and there is the difference between him hanging on to false hope and him actually trying to move and walk, and you know, actually seeing him walk a couple of paces in this episode, that was like really, really motivational. It was like, hell yeah, you know, because we want to see Hank get back on his feet again, obviously, but it's gonna be a long and painful way and journey, as I mentioned during the reaction. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it when it comes to my review of this episode of Breaking Bad. Like I said, entire episode has been well directed, well acted, cinematography great as always. Early on within the episode, in the season, I would say, and again, they're already setting up a lot of things. They're setting up a lot of potential face-to-face encounters, especially between Walter and Gus. Like, that is now, I guess, the new objective currently, right? Especially for Walter, because he does want to meet eye to eye with Gus and try to find a way and figure out a way to, like, for him to live, right? Currently, the only way for him is to kill Gus, but is there another way? Is there another reason? Can Gus be reasoned with? Especially what happened in the first episode. You know, like, Gus already gave an example, like, ugh. So, we'll see about that. That is going to be exciting to see. Thank you all so much for tuning in to my reaction and review of Breaking Bad Season 4, Episode 2. If you do enjoy this reaction, hit the like, subscribe, share the video if you haven't already. And I will see you all next time for the next episode of Breaking Bad. Take care, everybody. Have a nice day. Peace.